Fit 10 Nation, it is day 70. Day 70, the final official day of the challenge. We will have a class tomorrow, so don't fret about that because I owe you guys a class. So that will be at 10:15 as usual. And of course we have our finale 1 week from tomorrow. So our finale is going to be on, what day is that? That's December 14th at 10:30 a.m. We're giving out some money, swag bags, so t-shirts, make sure you come. We're also going to give away, you know, the, well, you get the exit strategy, right? So make sure you come on out. It's not a long finale. It's maybe about 45 minutes. It also gives you a chance to ask any more questions you may have as a group. And of course, we'll talk a little bit about the options going forward, as we will in this video as well, okay? Day 70, remember when I first did the video, I told you this is gonna fly by? It flies by. We're at the last day. Okay, so let's talk about the exit strategy in more detail. I know we've gone through a little bit, or maybe a fair amount in a video that I did about maybe 2.5 weeks ago or so. But basically there's going to be 2 routes for you to go. So, and you're going to get this on paper with your swag bag. So basically there is going to be one option. That is if you achieved 20% or better in terms of the goal of the challenge, which is to lose 30% of your fat mass. So if you lost 20% of your fat mass or more, I'm going to suggest that you slowly unwind what we did with the diet, and that's explained. This is explained in the sheet that you'll get in the exit strategy package. Well, I hate calling it package because it's really just a piece of paper. It's quite simple, but basically what you're going to do is you're going to undo the 10 weeks over 30 weeks. So you're going to take your week 10 macros, you're going to run those for another few weeks. And then once 3 weeks has gone by, you're going to run your week 9 macros for another 3 weeks. And then you're going to run your week 8 macros for another 3 weeks. And you're going to keep going that direction. And hopefully you're going to stick with doing cardio 3 times per week, as well as doing weight training. Now, the weight training program might get a bit boring for you, so I'm gonna highly encourage you to keep weight training and come to our classes, our lift camps in particular, or a boot camp. Boot camp's fine, but of course lift camp is 100% pure resistance-based training. And you know, keep that up, just as you would through the challenge, all right? So keep up some cardio. Now you can vary your cardio going forward, all right, because you don't have quite the same kind of goal here. So, you know, if you feel like you just want to walk one day, or you feel like one day you want to run or whatever, that's fine. I'm not going to be too particular with your heart rates on that. But I would challenge yourself every so often. You know, I would challenge yourself, try to challenge yourself once a week, okay, at least, all right? When it comes to those of you who did not achieve the 20%, then I'm going to ask that you start at your week 5 macro, so about halfway through, and you keep running those weeks for 3 weeks on end. So you basically have a 15-week strategy going forward. So you're going to run through that challenge from week 5 to week 10, which instead of giving yourself a week to week for the macros, you're going to give yourself 3 weeks, right? So you're going to run week 5 over 3 weeks, and then week 6 macros over 3 weeks, and then week 7 macros over 3 weeks. All right, now, to be honest with you, this is really what I would have done with the challenge if I made it longer. I just would have spaced out your macro changes more so. But I'll also be completely transparent in this and tell you that I made the least amount of changes to your diet that I've ever done in the challenge. All right, so, and we actually had some really great results. So, you know, it just goes to show you that it's more about the power of being reasonable and consistent, right? So, which brings me to my message of the day, okay? Message of the day is this. You don't have to be extreme in order to achieve amazing results with body composition change. What you do have to be is, what? What do you have to be? I already said it. You need to be reasonable and consistent. That's just the reality. You just need to be reasonable and consistent. That's what it's about. You're never going to achieve anything of any great measure trying to rapid fire it, okay? It's not going to happen, especially with the human body, okay? Things take time, and like I've told a lot of you, you probably didn't get in the position that you're in over the course of a few months, okay? Or 6 months, or a year, or even 2 years. For a lot of you, it's several years, maybe a decade or more. Okay, maybe it's been a lifetime, all right? So you need to be patient. But trust me, being patient and being consistent and not doing anything extreme will pay dividends down the road. And it's the only way that you're going to be able to be, it's the only way that the program will remain. The only way for you to stick to something, and the only way for it to be sustainable is obviously to have it be reasonable, right? That's why I preach this level of, reasonableness, okay? So reasonable and consistent, that is what it's about, all right? And anybody who has done competitive bodybuilding, anybody who's tried to earn a PhD, anybody who's tried to run a business or many businesses, anytime anybody's tried to work for something that takes, it's something of great measure, it just takes a lot of consistency, right? Consistency, persistency, all right? The only difference with this here is that, you can't, the body does not do well with extreme over a long term. It just doesn't, neither does your mind, okay? So I'm gonna read it again to you. You don't have to be extreme in order to achieve amazing results with body composition change. What you do have to be is reasonable and consistent. Reasonable and consistent, right? That's it, you guys. Day 70, wrapping it up here. I can't say submit and commit anymore because the challenge is done. So, but what I will tell you is, you got to stay as positive as possible. Always know that it doesn't matter what you're going through in your life, it is perspective based. A lot of what you go through is ultimately how you choose to see it, right? And there's that saying, life is, 5%, 95% of what happens to us, 5% of, no, what's the saying? Sorry. Getting all mixed up here. Life is, well, the point is that, you have all this stuff happen to you, but it's really about how you respond to it, right? Because inevitably you're going to hit things in your life that, are going to pose some troubles for you, right? That's probably a bit of an understatement. But the point is you're gonna encounter struggles, problems, things that test you, and you've got to keep that right perspective. All right. So give gratitude. That helps a lot. And think about how lucky you are, because we are among the luckiest people on this earth, right? We are among the top, 1% of 1% of 1%, literally. So there's nothing we can't overcome, right? Virtually nothing. All right, you guys. Positive energy, positive vibes. Give gratitude, as I mentioned, and for the love of God, believe in yourself. I will see you guys in class, and the finale, of course, right? So class tonight at 5. Again, and there's going to be another one tomorrow, 10:15. That'll be our last one, and then of course our finale next week. That's December 14th at 10:30 a.m. at Train on Main. Okay, I'll remind you guys again. All right. Oh, I can see your scan too if you haven't done your scan yet. We'll talk to you guys all soon. See you guys.